It has been a central issue in the research of intelligence and cognition, but it has been also an elephant in the room, meaning, people really don't know what embodiment is all about. If, for example, we make large language models installed on a robot, then it would have embodiment. But what would be the essential difference? This is something that is so pesky. I mean, it's not really easy to pin down, especially from computational point of view. In a sense, large language models, generative AIs in general, are embodied in that they are using GPUs and they have a cooling system and electric power supply. So all these things are kind of embodiment. So, if we take the word embodiment in a typical sense and require robots and maybe drones nowadays to be implemented as a means of realizing artificial general intelligence, it's really difficult to pin down theoretically and from computational point of view what would be the essential feature of embodiment there would be. Having said that, I think it's really interesting to consider the relation between computational universality and embodiment, because when people build ASI and AGI and um, they assure computational universality, then there's a question of what particular kind of computation that agent would perform at any given time. So this is kind of from the infinite phase space of computation, if you like, pinning down a particular region of that. So at any given instant, you can only execute a really, really limited instance of computation, and that for me is embodiment. So embodiment, I think, is a relationship between the infinite and the finite, whereas the embodiment represents the finite in this correspondence. And seen from that perspective, of course, large language models are embodied, and in the future, AGI and ASI, when they are realized, they would be embodied because they can realize only a really, really tiny instance of what would be computationally possible. So I think seen from this perspective, embodiment is actually an essential feature of all computation that is done. And I think there are many, many things to be considered here. I think this has a lot to do with free will, intentionality, and creativity. So I look forward to discussing these points in my future podcast from here.